will not settle for someone that's cheating on me. You guys, do you understand what cheating is? Do you understand that that man thinks you're not worthy of loyalty? Cheating is a form of abuse. Cheating is a form of disrespect towards you.
Liz, the wizard Liz, was cheated on by Landon. I literally had to take out my retainer for this because I've got no one else to tell. My sister's asleep, and this is wild. This is crazy. I just need to share my opinion on this. This woman is incredibly successful, incredibly intelligent, incredibly wise, incredibly in tune with who she is, and she has a crazy ambitious dream of being the most successful woman in the world. That's her dream, that's her ambition, and she is well on the way to being that. This man came into her life, married her, got her pregnant, and then a day before made a video with her saying that she speaks 5 languages and he doesn't speak anything other than English. He knows that she's incredible. And a day after that, he made a Snapchat to cheat on her. I don't even have the words, because to cheat on a woman like Liz, you have to be deeply insecure. You have to hate yourself, because how can you have a woman like Liz and still feel the need to chase lust in this world, in this economy, in this year 2025? Like, how can that even be a thing? Especially when the woman of your dreams, the woman that any man would love and dream to be with, is 4 months pregnant with your child. Like, it is absolutely wild. And honestly, I know this is a weight loss page, but I am the princess of reinvention for a reason, because we've all been in a position where we've been with men and we've chased, you know, the highs and lows of rushing a relationship, lust, and etc. But you have to at some point grow out of that. You have to settle and be with someone who is good for your soul and for your heart and who loves you correctly. And the fact that she thought she found that in Landon and he completely blindsided her with this is insane. And I would love to hear your opinions on this, because what could she have done differently other than be herself and love authentically? Because I genuinely feel like he blindsided her. I don't really think there was any signs in her world from what she's told us. I watch her videos religiously, and I genuinely think she's just 100% a lover girl, and she loved him, and he's betrayed her and let her down, which is his loss entirely. And I just cannot believe that she's been cheated on.
The wizard Liz getting cheated on is literally proof that we need to stop romanticizing these guys who are obsessed with us. When someone puts you on a pedestal, that means they're placing their value lower than you, which means they'll eventually resent you for not being on the same level. They will hate the fact that they think that you're better than them. And you're not doing anything, you're just being yourself, but they're projecting this larger than life persona onto you. They'll think you're God and then start hating themselves for it. And take it from me, it's just a male ego thing. I know these types of men all too well. What happens is you meet someone, they fall in love with you, they become obsessed, they worship you, they watch your every move, they love every single little thing about you, and then over time, jealousy and resentment builds up until they realize that they actually hate you. They hate you because you make them insecure, especially if you are a strong, confident, powerful, independent, financially independent woman. That is the first thing that will make a man insecure. And you being yourself is too much for him, and he can't handle it, so he has to tear you down. And at that point, he knows you well enough to know exactly how to hurt you. And that's what he'll do. Because when you worship someone, you know everything about them and you know exactly how to hurt them. And I'm not saying we shouldn't be treated well. Absolutely, we should accept nothing but princess treatment. But you have to understand where that's coming from. So ask yourself, is he worshiping you for a selfish reason? Is his love transactional? Will he only give you something if you give him something back? Can you tell if he's insecure? Does he need your validation? Does he need you to feel like a man? Look, I'm not trying to put fear into anyone's hearts, but we have to be careful. Manipulation can look like so many things, but it's so scary when it looks like he loves you. All right, girls, stay safe. Clock the red flags. I love you. Mwah.
Do you guys know Wizard Liz, the self-help YouTuber who talks about cutting people off and choosing the right man for yourself and walking away from horrible men and all of those things? Yeah, she got cheated on. She's 4 months pregnant. This woman has literally helped millions of young girls choose better partners and feel better about themselves and stand up for what's right and all of that stuff. And she got cheated on. Anyway, the reason I'm making this video is because it is literally proof that it can happen to anyone. You could be vibrating at your highest fucking frequency and thriving and knowing your self-worth and being the best woman out there, and you could still find someone that doesn't value you or treats you like shit. I'm so sick and tired of this narrative of like, you attract what you... I completely get it. I am a believer of the law of attraction as well. But in some situations, you just meet shitty people who are there to teach you a lesson, and that's about it. And I strongly believe that this whole ideology that we women talk about, which is if you're meeting shitty men, it's because you are constantly putting it out in the universe and all of that stuff, is us trying to feel better about the fact that there are not enough wonderful good men out there. Yes, good men exist, but it is rare. And getting cheated on or meeting these horrible people doesn't have a lot to do with you. If you have a good amount of self-worth and confidence, you are able to get out of situations a lot easier. But guys can be super manipulative, and it has nothing to do with you or your confidence or your self-worth or any of that stuff. On the internet, we're always told if you get cheated on, it's your fault because of your energy and your frequency. But that is just not true. It is us taking accountability for something, because that's the only way we can control a situation. So bottom line, no matter who you are, this can happen to you anytime. All we can do is focus on ourselves and hope that when we meet someone, we have the strength to walk away. That's about it. Some men are horrible, and sometimes you meet them and you date them, and that's a part of life. Okay?
So the Wizard Liz got cheated on. That's painful to even say. It's giving Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt. But let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't gossip. It's a case study on divine redirection. So you know that really well-known verse in the Bible, do not lean on your own understanding? Well, let's look at it from a psychological point of view. So nothing we ever experience in the world can be accepted as 100% truth, because we are navigating life through a biased lens, a lens that is shaped by our upbringing, our current environment, our emotional state. So with all that, we fill in the blanks and create our own narratives. The thing is, God doesn't use our narrative. He sees the bigger picture because he has divine understanding and wisdom. He hears conversations that we don't, and he sees behaviors that we don't. So while you're still emotionally invested in the opportunity, relationship, whatever it may be, God steps in and slams the door shut to protect you, because rejection is redirection. Obviously, in Liz's case, God intervened by revealing the truth and breaking the illusion. The illusion is curated for safety, and illusions, although they can be comforting, they're prisons, and God's ultimate mission for your life is freedom. So I just want to leave you with the reminder that rejection is never random. It's divine communication, unfortunately wrapped in discomfort. Its purpose is to realign us with the God that loves us way too much to let us settle for less.
Look, I'm not going to come on here and ask for your forgiveness. I'm just going to come on here and ask for understanding, because I made a mistake. But that doesn't mean that I don't love Liz. I love her with my entire heart, and we have a baby on the way. And over the last 10 months, I have done everything I can to give this person all that I can and to make her happy and do all of this. And regardless of how much I care, I made a mistake. And in the middle of texting somebody I should not be texting, in this moment of fucking weakness, like seeking validation, and it's just a bad behavior that I can't believe I did it. But in the moment that I was doing it, I messaged that person that I was sorry and that it was wrong. And I prayed to God that night for strength and clarity and to never do that again. That is not who I want to be. It is not what I thought I was stronger than this. I thought I was smarter than this. And I let something build up inside of me that I indulged in, and it is weak and it is despicable. And in this, I'd like to just take full accountability. I don't think this should have been aired out, honestly. And there's so much, oh my God, there's so much to say that I am not going to say. But I'm taking accountability regardless. This is not something that I want to promote or make seem like I identify with. This is not who I want to be, and I'm sorry. I don't know how I could be such a fucking idiot at times. Like, throughout my life, there are times where I just do things that I know I shouldn't. And I learn, but I shouldn't have to I shouldn't have to learn this way. So the final thing I'm going to say, and then I'll probably delete these. I love Liz more than I could even put words to, and I've shown her this, and I've tried my best to make her feel safe and happy and protected. And while yes, I made this mistake, I want to be a great man, and I'm not there yet, but I know that a great man is one that takes accountability. I know that a great man is somebody who makes a mistake and then can be forthcoming honestly. And although I felt bad, like I should have just said, hey, I've done this thing, I feel very bad about it, I'm sorry. Like, I know what I did was wrong and this is not going to happen again, and I'm sorry. And that's how you should treat the people you love.